not to see it as an opportunity, because the reason why I said it's not an opportunity is because the mindset of an opportunity seeker is just to look for something fast and leave. So I call these crypto trading, I call it purely a career. And I want us to see it as a career, because it is when you see it as a career that you will see it as a long-time business. Crypto trading is a long-time business. This is what some people do without any work, without working. They face this, the only kind of work they had to this is teaching people and making extra money outside. And that's the opportunity uTrading is giving us. Just trade, and at the same time try and teach others to trade. And the simplest way to teach others to trade is by referring others into the business and hand over them to someone who seems to know at least a little bit better than you do. Or if you are a guru in the system, just teach them how to make use of these robots. And when you teach them how to make use of these robots, you are indirectly teaching them how to trade cryptocurrency. And by that, you earn a referral commission. In those days, you just need to start creating signals and start making money by recruiting people for signals. Gone are those days. Then another way is you start teaching people technical analysis to raise more funds, at least to support your trading and to support the or what do we call it, expenses at home. And even in this crypto business. So I'll quickly rush and share my screen. Then we'll quickly do a recap of what we had last week. I think on Friday. That was on Friday. So let me rush and share my screen right now. Oh, my screen is on. So my screen is on right now. I believe my screen is on. So let me know if my screen is on. Somebody just unmute and tell me my screen is on if it is on. Anybody who is going to help?
Yes, your screen is on. Can see it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless. Okay. So let me go into the theme of last week. So we quickly do a recap of what we did last week. Okay. The first thing we did was to talk about the potential earnings and factor influencing your income. So number one, I made people realize that this is crypto trading. We are only making use of a robot to trade flexibly and manipulate our earnings faster. That we should get right. I used an example of we having what do we call it, a remote control for our TV. Now, when you have a remote control for your TV set, the function of the remote control is not to determine what goes on in your TV. That means it doesn't determine the channel, as in the channels, what happens on each channels of your TV. The only thing that the remote control does is just to switch from one station to the other. And you can also, those days, we can also do that by standing up and switch the TV. In terms of, there is always buttons or switch on the TV that we can at least use in doing that. Although nowadays, I think most of our TVs now are not even having buttons. But those days, that is what we used to have. But we still have a remote control, so that convenience was the priority of the remote control those days. Now, nowadays, when we are talking about robots is only doing something men should have done, but does it accurately. You understand? Robots have been programmed to do what could have been done by man, but do it accurately, do it smartly, and do it what we mean within a very short time frame. So that is exactly what this robot is doing. The robot does not determine what is going on in the market. The TV stations are what we want to watch. but the remote is just to help us to switch to those stations without us standing up. The normal crypto trading, the reason why most of us are having issues and complaining is because those days you need to be on your system 24/7. You need to follow a lot of candlesticks, understand what candlesticks are. We have a lot of them. We need to understand what, how do I put this? We need to understand that when a candlestick is bringing up, just a minute. Okay, I think I'm having kata. Okay, what each candlesticks means. Then apart from that, we have to study indicators like, okay, the RSI, the MAC, and so on. We have a lot of them like that. We now decide which indicators do we want to follow. We choose about 2 or 3 indicators and we follow them like, okay, these are the indicators that will tell me if it is right time to buy or to sell. But what this system is now doing is simple. Especially when you are on uTrade, it gives you the signal that you should have been on your system watching if, oh, this signal has been initiated. This candlestick has indicated me to buy or me to sell. So instead of you staying on that system, watching that accurate time at which that thing would be effective, the system, the robot does it automatically. So, and I said it. I said these are just basically what we call technical analysis. It is just like you are running a bet and you predicted that in 1946 so play football team won because they are at home. In 1930s they won because they are home, and today they will also win. That is what technical analysis is all about. A particular coin rised when it got to a particular price. So when it goes to that price, it rises back again, and that doesn't mean it will rise again. So when it does not rise back at this price, it is going to another price to rise back. So that is what technical analysis is all about, and most of the time it is not always accurate. There's always going to be a new support or a new resistance. So all these things are not accurate. So you are not expecting all these predictor signals to be accurate. So if those things are not accurate, then you don't expect that trade for the robot to be accurate, because it is still trading those indicators, but it is only trading it fast. But technical analysis, if you see a technical analysis guy, he will tell you, oh, yo, but because there is always if. There is always if it does not resist a particular price, then it's going to another price to resist that price. If it does not resist on that price, it is going to resist another one. If it does not if it does not support a particular price, it will only go back and support the next price, and so on. There's always if it does not. So when it comes to indicators also, indicators are not expected to be perfect. And that is why that second part that uTrading is offering us is always mandatory. Which is the second, what are we talking about? About the second part of it, we are talking about the risk management, the mathematics around your money. Somebody was telling me today, oh, I'm trading crypto, and the system bought this coin for me. I was on uTrade. It bought the coin for me at this price, and I'm still in deep. Then I keep telling people, what about my own training? This system that you're talking about is running on a particular indicator, on technical analysis. And I'm sorry for technical analysis in the house or those who will be hearing me. I keep saying technical analysis is just a probability. It's just a permutation. So the best thing to do is your proper money management on the mathematical aspect of uTrading, which is what we call quantitative analysis, which is mathematical analysis. That's the right thing. just make sure that you run your math, you run the entire math on a situation whereby you will not liquidate. If you're trading times 3 of your money, know that this is the liquidation price. And if anything happens, don't try and blame anyone. Don't even blame the markets. Know that you intentionally did that. So 50% also, hardly will we see something like that unless you are trading shit coins. And that is why we have a lot of things in place. Number one is the robot picking coins for you using technical analysis. If technical analysis fails, then your own mathematics must not fail. And if at all maths was meant to fail, that simply means you should have picked a coin that would not make that maths to fail. And you should have avoided some coins called shit coins. So there is 3 steps here in making. There's 4 steps here in making profits and not losing in this system. Number one thing is to know the mathematics around your money. How much do I want to put in the trade? Number one. What is the consequence for each amount I put in the trade? That goes around that. If I have $100 and I want my entire trades to worth $200, I know that my liquidation price is an average of 50% dip. If I have $100 and I'm trading $300, I know that my liquidation price is around 33.3% dip. If I have $100 and I'm trading $400 max, I'm talking about my entire trade. If they worth $400, it simply means that I am going to get liquidated at 25% dip. If I'm trading times 5 of my capital, that simply means I am thinking of liquidating at 20% dip. And that is the best I want to analyze, because even 20% dip is not reasonable, because sometimes the system will just do whatever it loves to do, and that is what it just did now. And thank God a lot of us are not liquidating, and I have not seen a member of the team that are liquidated. And if you do, don't say, because that simply means you are on the grid level. You did not follow us, so don't talk. I'm sorry. Now, your potential earnings. I keep telling you also about the potential earnings. We've talked about influencing our income. What influences our income? Factors that influence our income. The amount you're trading will determine, the coin himself will determine, what kind of coin you're trading will determine, and what is your settings will determine. Now, talking about our potential earning, take your mind away from daily interest. Take your mind away from ROI. This is a career. See it as a monthly earning, and put your mind on 30%, plus or minus 30%. When I say plus or minus 30%, simply means you can earn below 30% in a month. But put your mind on an average of 30% in a month. That's number one. Number two is you can also earn more than 30% in a month. You can earn as far as 100, 200% in a month. But note that that is just a fluke that happens. It is not going to be a regular earning. Now, you will see a lot of people on the internet showcasing their earnings. I talked about it and I showed people about it. Most of them are flukes. How do I mean they are flukes? These are combination or compounded earnings of a year or 2 years trade. Most of them, when you now see their earnings per day, you see an average of $2, $3, and so on. But they show you that they've earned 1,000 plus. These are compounded earnings for years, or probably for a year plus. That is number one you need to know. Number two thing you need to know is even most of them have even lost that particular earning. For example, in April 12 this year, there was a lot of liquidation even those that were trading you, making use of uTrading, because majority were not taking the what do we call it, safety as a priority those days. So most people that you are even seeing that has earned $10,000 has lost that money. Rest by anybody. Don't feel oppressed by the so-called inner room. Most of the inner rooms are just marketing strategy. Another thing you need to know is that some people are even trading with more than $20,000. And those that are showing you their earnings, that this is what I made, are not even the owner of those accounts. They are doing snapshotting. They are just recopying what their boss, their up lines, or one of their teammates that they are managing their account for is earning. Some people are trading $20,000 and you now see $10 a day, $20 a day, and you're worried like, why am I not earning? So why would you be even worried when we said that you should base yourself on 30% a month? So if your $100, do you expect your $100 at 30% a month to be $1,000 a month? Or even if it is an average, how much will $100 be on an average per day? That is $1. Are you not seeing $1, $2 in some days and seeing probably 90 cents in some days? So don't you know that we get our class? So get yourself prepared about this. This is number one thing that kills most of us that are trading. So know your lane. Get to know your level. Understand who you are on this track. If you understand this, you will not be worried about what some people are showcasing. I think I'm clear about that. Then we move to the ratio of your money, which we've talked about in the terms of if I have $100, what do I trade and what is the consequence? We've talked about it. If I have $1,000, what do I trade and what is the consequence? I keep telling people, keep coming to me, oh, I have $500, what do I trade? Then I said, already the math is there. You don't always come back to me every now and then. So if you have $510, will you come to me again that how much will I trade? Just understand the math and run with the math. Then we talk about the numbers of coins you can trade. Okay, the numbers of coins you can trade will be determined by you. Number one is, how much is the value of my money that I want to trade? For example, you have $100 and you want to trade $200. The question you should be asking yourself is this: I want to trade $200. Then what? As in, how much do I want to trade per trade? How much is my, sorry about that. How much is my, how many coins do I want to trade? You have $100, you want to trade $200. Then the question is, how many coins? If you're trading 2 coins, that is a ratio of $100 per coin. If I want to trade 3 coins, that is about 70, 90, about $69, $68 per coin. If I want to trade 4 coins, that is about $50 per coin. So it depends on you. How do you want to subdivide your earnings? So that will determine the numbers of coins you should trade. Then we're talking about coins to trade. We really analyzed that, and it is in the last video. Please go and check that. But the best way to even choose your coin is just to go to the alt section and the favor section to pick your coins. I would love to pick DOTS, Ethereum, BNB. Then I go to the favor coins and to the altcoins and pick Matic, pick ADA, pick what do we have in that list again? Pick SRP. What else we have? When you get there, you see those coins. So that is that. Today we'll be moving into something awesome. We'll be talking about the kinds of trends to trade. We'll be talking about long. Let me quickly check if, okay. So we'll be talking about the trends to trade. Sorry. Okay. We'll be talking about the trends you can trade. That means the directions you can trade. We'll be talking about long, short, auto hedging, and auto single. But before we move on to these, I want to know if we have any question concerning the cap of what we did last week. If there is just one or two questions we can take to warm up into the real game of today. So, do you have any question concerning that? Okay. Can Bitcoin still go down again before it's okay? Number one is why are you even asking if it can still go down or not? You will only be asking this if and only if you you are over trading. That means if you are over trading, that's the only reason why you will be asking this. If you are running a liquidation free settings, you will not even be asking, because it shouldn't have gotten to half your capital by now. Then if you are trading the right coins, if you're not trading shit coins also, those two things, if you are conversant with those two things, you will not even be thinking of it going down more than this. But the truth is, I am not a technical guy, and I don't care if it goes down or up, although I pray it goes up so that it can clear a lot of outdated profits. You know, those profits should have come a long time ago, and they are just here. So let it just clear so that we at least get profit in our bag, something serious in our bag, and at least know that we are doing business. So I want it up, but I don't care if it goes up or not, because trying to know if it goes up or not gives us headache. But the technical class says that it's probably going back at 60,000, because the last time there was a reversal like twice at 60,000. So there's always going to be, there's probability of it going to reversal at 60,000. Why some people feel like it is still going to 59 or 50, what do we call it again, 58, thereabouts. But my own question is this. Bitcoin fell from 73, one way or the other, we are at 60. I think it's coming back a little bit, but let's say 60. And probably a quarter or probably 30% of my capital is in dip. So that simply means if it goes down again with that trend, that means just minus 13,000. If we remove another 13,000 from Bitcoin and it goes down to, if you remove 10,000 from 60,000, that is 50,000. So even if it goes to 47,000 and it remain this, what do we call it? This kind of ratio. So that simply means I'm only going down 60%. If I'm going down at 30% at this time, I'm only going down 60%, isn't it? I mean, 60% of my capital is just going to go down, because right now, if you are following that trend and you are trading a good coin, the only thing you will see is probably 30% of your capital is being eaten, is being on floating loss. So that simply means 60% of my capital is going to be on floating loss, isn't it? Then it is sure that it can never pass 50,000. One thing, it is sure. So that simply means I cannot lose. So, and it is still going to come back. The only thing that can ever happen is that I might take a longer time to start visiting profit back. But for me to liquidate, it's not going to happen. So give yourself peace of mind. Okay, I asked for the recording version of the last training. I sent that into the group today. Please notice, for the groups which I am, I sent that to the groups which I have presently. I sent that to the groups. Please check or probably contact me. Okay, and what else, please? What is the right coin to trade now? We've mentioned that. We've talked about that. I said just pick coins on the favor or on the hot section of uTrading. That's the best way. Although it is in the video, it is in the last video. Please, you're raising up your hand, sir or ma. Please, unmute and ask your question. Unmute and ask your question, please. Just unmute and ask your question. Who's Alex? I guess. Yes.
My question, you have attended to it already on the
okay,
chat.
sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, do we have any other question that is different from this? Do we have any other question that is different from this? Okay. What else? I don't think we have any other one in the chat right now. So, probably we'll move into the topic for today. Or is there still any question? Any question? Any question? Okay. Now, we move into the topic for today. We'll be talking about long directions to buy. We have long, we have short, we have auto hedging, and we have auto single. Okay. Number one is long simply means, I told you, when you're trading futures, it simply means you're betting. That is the most simple way of as in explaining this. It's like a bet. You're predicting that a coin is going to move on the upwards direction, and it's going to do like a percentage in the upwards direction, or it is going to go down. It is going to go in the downwards direction 1%. So that is exactly what it means. So that is why you don't see the coin like it is dipping. You only see the USDT conversion of what you're doing. You don't see the coin in the trade. If you're trading spots, you realize that there is a coin. You'll be seeing it the way it is moving up and down. But when you're trading futures, you only see your USDT. So you only view what your USDT is doing. So that's that. So now, when you're trading long, it simply means that you are telling us that, okay, this coin is going on an upwards direction. And you want to predict, like, how many percentage will it go? For example, Bitcoin is 50,000. It's just an example. Don't worry, it will not go to 50,000. Okay, it's 50,000. I only use that for mathematical convenience. So it's 50,000. Now, you are not saying that Bitcoin is going to go to 55,000. So 55,000, that is, I think that is 20%. Is that not 20%, or is it 10%? 10% of 50 is 5. So that's 10%. Yeah. So you are only predicting that it's going to go 10% upwards. So that is what we are doing. Then you can predict that, okay, Bitcoin is 50,000. It can go to 45,000. So that is 10% downward. So it is just on a percentage level that a particular coin is going to go up or is going to go down. So when you're talking about shorts, you're talking about a coin going down in a particular percentage. So that is why you say take your profit is 1%. You are indirectly saying that this particular coin is going to go on the downwards direction on this particular percentage, and you take your money. And futures will even help you, like, okay, do you have $100 to bet? We can make your $100 $1,000. We can make your $5,000 probably $1 million, $5 million, and so on. That means you can do times 10, times 20 of your capital, times 50 of your capital, and so on. So that's what usually happens when you are trading long or short. Now, When they say something is auto hedging, it simply means it is going to trade in the both direction at once. It will trade up and it will trade down at the same time. Then our auto single is just the system telling you that if you choose your coin, I would help you check the technical analysis indicators and choose when the particular indicator which I am using says that there is time for you to buy or there is time for you to sell. That means there is time for you to trade long or there is time for you to trade short. That is what it means. That is why it is not always accurate, because it's, when I mean accurate, instant sell, because every now and then coin does not automatically support the indicator at the beginning. What I'm trying to say is, it is indicator says that it's going up. It will first of all go down and gather the momentum to go up. You understand? So it will actually get there, and that is why most of us, when we are trading with this robot and we are using auto single, we don't usually go very deep, on the exception of if you are trading shit coins. But in the actual sense, you might trade it and take you for some days before it comes up, depending on the trend in the markets. So, but it doesn't take you that deep. Like, it is just the markets now that we are saying 20% deep, we are saying 15% deep. On the norms, this particular kind of trade will just give you about 5% deep, and come back, try go down again, and keep playing till it sells for you. Most of the time, it even sells per day until when there is, manipulation in the market, which usually happens. Now, how do we trade long? And what are the things we should put in consideration when we are trading long? Number one is to understand how does long trade works. If you're trading long, you can do it on two things. You can either trade it as cycle or as single. That means you can trade it as single and you can trade it as cycle. Who are those that trade singles? Those that are trading signals. Those that are trading signals. That means there is just a news that something will happen with a particular coin. Because when that thing happens and it goes that far on a long, it will always do a reversal. And you don't want the reversal to come on you. So you just trade your single, make your target, and quit. So it is okay if you're using that on a single. For example, you can go to the signal section and choose the signal, come to these parameters and set and trade it, or put it as single because you don't know what might happen later on after that sale. So that is single. But if you're trading it as cycle, then you should be trading it like you're trading spot. What I'm trying to say is trading spot, in terms of trading spot, is this. When you're trading spot, you are not even trading for today. You're trading for the future. The best way to trade long on a cycle is to have that spot mentality. And what is spot mentality? You want to stay with that coin and maximize whatever the coin will give you, because you believe that coin is going to do a great bull run when the bull run really comes, which bull run will not tell us. A lot of people are saying by September, the bar sections are always time to trade from their experience. Well, I also have an experience that those bar also took us into a lot of deep. But this is a session where we are expecting bull run. So our case might be different this year. So what am I saying in essence is this. If you're trading on a cycle, you have to trade with wisdom. If you are trading, because there is speculation that we are on a long, as in we are on a bull run, and the bull run will come anytime from now. So the fear of trading short is there, which is okay, which I personally have. I also have the fear. Anytime I see short, I am a little bit skeptical, like, I better sell this thing fast, too. Sell this thing fast. Don't allow the bull run to meet me on this trade. So there is always that thing that occurs in the mind. But at the same time, if you're trading long, you might not be earning anything if you are not careful with your trade. Why am I saying that? Let's give an example. You started a coin and the coin was $1. So it moves ahead. It started selling 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and you were going like that till it got to $2. It now became $2. Now, it is normal for you or for a coin to go up and reverse. So if you are not careful, you keep following into that trap. I call it trap because it is taking you off, it is taking you up, and later on it will dump you here and it will come down and start playing around here for probably another 1 month or 2 months if you're not careful. So that is long for you. So if you're trading long, you have to have that mindset that this coin that is going up gradually and giving you profit will leave you at the top and come down and start playing it somewhere around there and go down again, start playing somewhere around there. And you can be like that for the next 2-3 months. That's long for you. So most of the time when you're playing, because when you sell, it will instantly buy another one. It's not looking for direction. It will instantly buy another one, then you sell. Instantly buy another one, you sell. Instantly buy another one, and it keeps going on like this. And you will realize that you will be here and you might be there playing for the next 2-3 months. I am giving you the worst scenario. It might come back to you in a week or 2, but there is always correction. And when the correction comes in, you don't know when it is coming back there. It happens to me sometimes when BTC got to, I think, 72 or 73, and it left me at that price for a very long time. I was doing other coins it was trading, but that BTC was there for a very long time. Now, what do we do if you want to trade long? Is it good to trade long? Good, very, very good. The only thing is you need to be aware that if you are trading long, there will be off and on season. And off and on season is nothing that special in the crypto world. What I'm saying is it is something you will see in the crypto world. It is normal. It is normal. There is no kind of trade that you would try. I mean, in terms of kind of system that you would abide by that will not give you an off season. There's always going to be your off season. I see a lot of people, oh, why are you trading short? Why are you trading this? You should be on long. As if they are correct because there will be bull run anytime, which we don't know. But that doesn't mean you'll be earning more profit at this time. You will probably be earning profits when there is when it is going up, because instantly, for example, if you're trading auto single would sell for you and be looking for the next indicator before it buys for you. But this one, probably, a coin might decide to go 10%, but you chose to go 1%. You chose to just sell 1%, as in take profit 1%. But because you are using auto single, if it keeps going on this trend and there is no new indicator that says, oh, this thing will continue again on this trend, the system will not buy anything for you. So you will miss that 10%. You will only take 1% instead of the 10%. So everything has its own merits and demerits. So it is for you to choose wisely. But the issue about long is that there is no how you want to do it. You will be forgotten at the peak and it will come down and start playing till the kingdom comes. Till there is now a kind of reversal to at least attain that height again. So how do you now trade long? If you are on a permanent long, all you need to do is to make sure that you have probably more buys. That means your maximum buy should not be two, should be probably 3, 4 thereabout. That is why I said you have to trade it like you are trading sports. And another thing is when it comes to your price gap, that means the price at which you want to buy more. That means the price which you are the percentage at which you wanted to buy more of the dip for you. You have to calculate it such that it will take care of about 20%. Because you know when the system dumps you, it might go as deep as 20% and be playing there for a very long time. So the best way to trade permanent long is to make sure you at least work on 20 to 30%. 20 to 30% deep. So this one where we say put in -1, when it goes to -1% deep buy, when it goes to another -3% deep buy. No! If you're trading this, it does not matter if whether you are trading, it does not matter whether you're doing 3 buys or 5 buys. Just make sure the calculation of your buy as in takes you into 20 to 30% deep. So that simply means if you are doing 3 buys, you might do it on 10%. When it goes 10% deep, buy. When it goes another 10% deep, buy. If you're doing about 6 or 8 buys, you can do it 5% deep. When it goes another 5% deep, buy. When it goes another 5% deep, buy again. So the logic is this. When it goes up, it dumps here. So when it comes here, you buy more so that you will be here. So that you will be here. When it goes another dip again, buy more so that you will come here. It will form a new average cost price. You'll be here. So that by the time it comes, in between the dip, you have sold and you have started buying afresh again. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're trading permanent long, you have to follow the trend. When it comes down with it. When it goes up, go up with it. When it comes down, come down with it. When it go up with it, and so on. So you must set your parameters such that the dip, it does not leave you at the top. When it goes deep, you follow up deep. That means there must be a bomber to bomber kind of trading. A bomber to bomber kind of trading. So when you're trading long, permanent long, you need to know that. That's the only disadvantage or demerit in the long. That means it can dump you at the top. But me, I prefer a coin to dump me at long than to dump me at short. Because we have the mentality that there is going to be a bull run, and that bull run is going to double whatever has come in the past, all those, the hype is there. So if those hype now comes to reality and it leaves me in short, that means I'll get liquidated with that percentage. But personally, if we are trading coins, in terms of coins that are strong, that are not high volatile, we are not expecting to get liquidated in long, because long we are not expecting to leave us at long and go as much as 50% deep on a coin. So we are not expecting that. But at the same time, it will take us a long time to start seeing profit again. And that is what we don't want. So it is better, instead of me trading with all my $1,000 on long, it's better to trade with probably $200 on long and try and reserve the other $800 to buy the dip when it goes down and follow it up again. So I think that is clear. Am I still speaking? Is somebody in the house to let me know if I'm speaking, if I'm audible, and if I'm making sense? Somebody wants to tell me that. Unmute and tell me that. Let me know if I'm still much audible and if I'm communicating.
Yes, sir. You're audible. You're communicating.
Thank you, sir. So we want to move into the next one, which is which is short. Well, I don't see any reason why anybody wants to trade shorts at this time. When I mean trade short, I mean put it in a cycle. I want to believe that is something else. But, you know, we have technical analysis guys in the house who believe, oh, this coin, it will go deep. It will reach this particular side. Then they can do that. But you can see signals of shorts and you can trade it if you're sure of the signal that you're trading, but put it in single. What I'm only saying is I'm not seeing any reason why anybody would trade short and put it on a cycle. You can just trade it once. Probably the signal is from someone you believe in, or probably, you know, all coins are on their ultimate high and you feel there's going to be a dip. There should be a dip now, there should be a reversal, and you trade it short. But try as much as possible never to think of putting short on cycle. And personally, in exception of if there is a good signal, if there is a signal, I try and even avoid any signal that is short. Unless I'm doing auto trade and, you know, the system just pick it for me. That is because I just have that phobia. I'm not saying it is bad. A lot of people have made a lot of money in the short than they made in the long. So that is some people, the way they target their things. So for example, I'm trading with an account, and in this particular long or deep, the account is still making profit because 2 or 3 coins were not caught in that deep. Because they were not caught in the deep, they were been trading short for the past 4 to 5 days now, and at least they are bringing stipends for the past 4 to 5 days now. So I'm not saying short is bad, but that psychological thing that short, if that bull run comes in, especially at this time when we have this strong dip, there's going to be a strong reversal. That means there's going to be a strong pullback. All this money that we have there is going to be activated. I posted something in the groups recently. I just copied it and I pasted, and somebody was like accusing me of why should the system bring emotions? Why should you trade something against the emotions and something? I was laughing because we were just saying, interpreting what the system is doing. That doesn't mean somebody is somewhere trying to liquidate everybody. But the bitter truth is, the way it works in futures is very superb. It is betting, like we said. So they are not always happy also when we win. It is we that will make sure that we win. Because the more we lose, the more happier they become. They borrow you money for a purpose. It's for you to be able to lose so that they can get that money that you put into the system. Now, when coins, you know, a lot of us are trading long, and this short came in and it went this deep. Mostly in the technical analysis guys, the technical analysis guys would have gotten liquidated by now because they had their good predictions and they entered the market with all they have. Like, oh, I'm putting this $5 to trade and that's it. So that $5 is not of their concern again. That $10 is not of their concern again. The only thing is, oh, if it goes against me, put a stop loss at this. So they've decided what they want to lose. And so the system going up and down also knows that some people have their stop loss. So want to meet their stop loss so that they can just get out of their system with that. At least they can get that back. So when a coin goes very deep, the problem is a lot of people are also trading deep at this time. So there's always going to be a reversal going very up so that those ones in the deep will also get liquidated and new people will start making money. Then it goes down again, those at the top will get liquidated and so on. So that is why we said, trade safe, make sure you prepare that 50% at least time frame so that you would at least see that 50% because everybody is trading with their emotions. Everybody is trading with their emotions. People are trading because you got the signal, so you feel like the signal, this guy is very good. I cannot lose it. So you put all you have into it, and probably you are just preparing for 10% dip. So that's that. So short, I'm reserved on short unless you have a good signal that you're trading. Please don't put short on cycle. So I will not be saying much about that. Now, moving to auto hedging. This, it's simple. It simply means that it's going to buy the two for you at the same time. A lot of gurus are making money out of this. They are making good money out of this. A lot of gurus, I repeat, a lot of gurus are making good money out of this. How do I mean? This is a coin. You trade a coin at this point. It goes up. It will sell because it is trading two at the same time. It will sell the one that is on a long. Then when it goes, because coin will always go up and down, when it comes down again, it will come and sell the one at short. Then it goes up again, sell the one at long, comes down again, come and sell the ones at short, and so on. With this, you don't even need any kind of analysis, any kind of you need the mathematics, because with this also you need to know that you are trading two coins at a time. So don't, for example, I was watching somebody's trade today, and I was insisting, come on Zoom, let's check your trade. I was insisting, let me check your trade. Come on Zoom, because she's my member, and I felt like I owe her to see what she's trading. I know she's trading. She's intending to trade with good capital, so I am scared. Like, I don't want, because people are funny. When you tell them, you say, it is your video that I watch. But there are a lot of things you're not watching in the video, and there are a lot of things you are adding with your own ideology. Now, this person wants to trade 5 coins and went to use auto hedge. So instead of trading 5 coins, the person was trading how many coins? Was trading 10 coins. So that simply means you are trading 10, not 5. So if you want to do your maths and you feel like I want to use edge, first of all, know how many coins do I want to trade? You want to trade 10 coins. So that simply means you have to put it to 5, because it is 2 per 1. That means the system is trading 2 for you at the same time. So that is number 1. Number 2 is, that is the way it works. Number 2 is, some people know what they are doing. They have their maths. They want to lose and they want to gain. So what they do is this. They make their trade. They put probably I put it at 3% take profits, 3% take profits. So immediately the system shows direction. You know, when you are in the 2 trades and the system shows direction that one particular one is on profit of 1%, they quickly sell that to profit and try and work on the other one. You know what they usually do is they manipulate the trade. They'll accept probably minus 3% here and get plus 3% here. What I'm saying is, one already is going deep, they accept it and get the profit from the other one, and they do the plus or minus. So they will know that they are going to lose in one of the trades. Those are people that, you know, a lot of people have time to sit down with the system and start doing their maths. So they will accept profits and accept loss, but they will make sure that the one that is giving them profit gives them more than the one that is giving them, what do we call it, that is giving them loss. So those are mathematics people does. But while some will just hold on and allow the system to just trade the 2 for them, and they know that there's always going to be a reversal for everything. So when it goes up, they are earning. When it goes down, they are earning. It goes up, they are earning. It goes down, they are earning. It goes up, they are earning. Comes down, they are earning. And the question is there a negative, is there a demerit to this? Yes, there is. There is a demerit. Now, what is the demerit? The merit is this. When this coin goes up, it keeps going up, and you are taking your profit. At the top, the one that you trade long, with time, it will dump on you and it will be somewhere around here and you are not taking profit. The one that is in deep will keep going deep, and it will get to a stage where there's going to be a reversal, and this one also will give you into deep. So you'll be having minus on both angles. both the one that is trading long and the one that is trading short will be on minus. And that can be there for another 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you'll not be getting profit from any one of them. Am I speaking? I guess I'm speaking. What I'm trying to say is, you're trading 2 coins at the same time, just 1 coin, but you're trading it in 2 directions. One is long and one is short. But the thing is, the one in long can be later on, can be in hanging deep. That means can be on a dip, while the one on short can also be on a dip at the same time. So even if you're trading the 2 sides, try and make sure that what we did, the mathematics we are talking about on this permanent long should be applied here. It should be applied here, because otherwise you'll find yourself just in the mess. You have your account. And another thing is, there will always be a time when you are in deep. Even if the long sells, what about the short? The short will still be in deep. So you always see deep, unless you want to be accepting your deep. The way those people who trade sniping, they snipe at coins. That means they just take 1% profit and they leave. Even 10%, 0.5%, 0.2%, they just take it and leave. They are sniping into it like pam pam, they are in, they are out, they are in, they are out. So those people knows how to treat this kind of system. But if you're a novice, I don't see reason why you will even be going through something that will be trading short for you permanently. So it still comes down to you trading short permanently, and I don't really like it. That's just my own thing. It's not like people are not making money from this kind of trade. A lot of people are making money from this kind of trade, but they have their system and it is okay with them. They understand it, they believe it. If you wake them up during the midnight, they'll say, oh, auto hedge. So they know it, they know what they are doing, and they are okay with it. And that is why you need to understand the crypto trading very well and be okay with whatever you are doing. Know the reason why you are not making profit today, and know the reason why profit is certain for you tomorrow, and know the reason why you made profit yesterday. So that's sorry, somebody was calling, somebody's calling, but okay. And then the last one is auto single. Now, when we are talking about auto single, like I've said earlier on, this is uTrading. That means you're trading, given the system the ability to use his own indicator to trade for you. It's just the indicator. It's not like the system will go by itself, go into all coins and start looking, oh, you go up, you go down. No, this is robots. Robots follow instructions. There is something that is going to be incorporated inside a robot that makes it does whatever it does. It is instruction. So I want to believe, nobody is telling us, but I want to believe that the auto single is just the robot having all the coins that is trading, that it can trade in his back end, and it is being linked with the live indicators. So immediately there is an indicator that a particular coin is going a particular direction. Immediately that signal flashes, he checks those who are trading and who have that coin and who are on auto single and who are waiting for direction and activate it for them. So it is an indicator checking. It is a system whereby it is a process whereby the system is looking into the indicator that is allowed to trade with and check what. Immediately there is a direction signal, it trades for you instantly. And I said something about technical analysis. I said it is not meant to be trusted 100%. Otherwise, all these technical analysis guys that we are seeing, even making use of uTrading, will not be in deep at this time. So if they are seriously in deep, like we movies are in deep, it simply means technical analysis is just a plus, not all indications that you will come out in profit fast. So what do? It is to double our chances by trying to trade with a zero liquidation system, and at the same time set our parameters such that we can buy more in the dip. Now, it now depends on you. Because there is a signal that this thing is meant to trade, if I have $100, I can as well say that first of all, I'm going with $30. When it goes, there is a signal that is going to sell. So you're not really preparing for much of the dip, which can happen, and you just, take it as your off season. But most of the time, it doesn't go that deep. So you only want to take care of probably maximum of 7% dip, or probably 10% dip maximum. Let me just do it. But on my own particular trade, I only take care of 5% dip. The reason is this. When you're taking care of a dip, that simply means you are trading with lesser amount of money. So when you're trading with lesser amount of money, you're trading with less, you are going to be earning lesser profit. Unless there is a dip that makes the coin to buy the entire ratio for that coin. If I reserve $100 for a coin, I said buy $20 buy $30 at the beginning. If it sells, it's at 1%, it's only going to give me 30 cents. But if I had buy $100 at the beginning, it will give me $1 instantly. But at the same time, because I'm greedy, I love to buy $100 at the beginning. But that is a sacrifice I made. That if it goes deep, let me just be in deep. Don't let me talk anything. But from experience, we see that these coins does not go very deep. So let's plan for 5 to 10% deep. That is why you see my settings. Buy one. Buy at 1% deep, then the second one can be probably 4% or 3% deep. But at the same time, if you want to be careful enough and you don't want much issues, you can take the first one to be 2% deep, then take the next one to be probably 5% deep. At least it's still taking care of 7% deep. So we need to understand that despite the fact that these are signals that are trading, we still need to understand that fact that we should also prepare for the dip. So the difference here is I recommend long and I recommend auto single. That's what I'm trading, and that is what I recommend. But if you are doing auto single, that simply means you still need to reserve 5 to 10% deep consciousness. But if you're trading full long, you need to reserve for 10 to probably 20 to probably 30% consciousness that this coin might still go 20 to 30% deep. So reserve some money for that strong deep, and you would have put it on the settings. So it's not something that you come back, has it gone? You would have just set your trade that way. But if you're trading auto single, you believe that it's a signal, and you believe that most of the time it will sell. So, but despite the fact that it will sell, still have your consciousness of 10%, 5 to 10% deep. So it is now your own strategy. Okay, the 10% deep, do I want to buy it 4 times? Do I want to buy it 3 times? Do I want to buy it 2 times? Depending on your capital and what you intend to trade as initial capital. Wow. It's I've been talking for an hour now, so I think we should take questions. So I think we should take questions. I think I'm in a class where I have audience, so let's hear what my audience is about to say about this, and also let me know if we have questions concerning this. Okay.